What's up, guys? It's No Procrastination Podcast again. I'm Daniel.
I'm Brian,
All right.
episode 5.
Yeah, let's
Right,
let's get
yeah.
into this Drake discography, bro.
This Drake talk.
About to be so wild, like for real.
All right,
All right,
start
so far
with
gone. First one, bro.
So Far Gone. What'd you think about it?
Okay, like I said, I didn't listen to it when it first came out because
Mhm.
I was young, whatever.
Yeah.
I listened to it when on the redrop right now, the one that he just did. Like I was like, okay, like might as well go take a little listen and see what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. Maybe it just wasn't.
Yeah, I remember when I
wasn't
was
for
texting
me.
you about it, you were like,
Just
nah,
probably
seen
just
it.
wasn't for me, dude.
Really? What about production at all? Because that's all 40. Mostly, yeah. Mostly all 40.
It sounded like some rookie shit. I'll say
Really?
it right. To
Yeah,
me,
for sure. It
some
sounded like
rookie shit.
some.
Yeah, so it's just kind
Like
of hard.
it sounded
It's
just like
hard
a
to listen to.
mixtape.
I don't know. It's hard to listen to like hearing this new Drake that's like so good at everything, like just God, and then going back and like listening to like his like rookie. It just sounds weird, you know.
It
It just sounds a little awkward. But he showed like signs of what he potentially would be on like a couple songs. Like
Yeah, he showed a bunch of like his own sound. Of exactly like
Yeah, you know
exactly
what I'm
what he
saying?
would be.
The sound that he grew into.
He sounded a
eventually.
lot like Houston though.
Hella Houston.
I didn't realize until I went back and listened to all these
Bro,
again.
so much Houston. November 18th. That was the song that I was like, listening.
R.P. Screw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was listening. I was like, God damn. I was like, this is some crazy shit. And ignorant shit. I love that one, bro.
Really?
The one with Lil Wayne.
That's my worst song. I
Even
think
though,
that was the
even though
worst.
Lil Wayne sounded a little whack, like he.
I think for me, that whole project got ruined because of Wayne.
Damn.
Besides his verse with Uptown, Uptown's a classic to me. Uptown with Bun B, the Bun B one.
Bumby. Yeah.
I wish the B hit harder though. It should.
Bun-
I don't know what happened with
Bumby
mixing.
Mania. I'm telling you,
but-
that's something. The whole project sounded like a little rookie-ish. The mixing was kind
Yeah,
of.
because Noah was new, or not Noah, but yeah, 40 was
Yeah,
new.
40 was
Yeah,
like
40 was
the whole
new.
mixing was a little weird. The producing got kind of good like later, but that wasn't even because of 40. It was because of what was produced on this.
Boy one. Boy,
Screw.
Screw just has one song though.
Does it?
hmm
Oh,
He did a cover. I thought he killed the cover of "Let's Call It Off."
damn.
"Unstoppable" was a song that annoyed me because I like Sandy Gold.
Balls?
Yeah, I don't think they should have never touched
Yeah.
that.
I think should have left that one alone.
Congratulations, the one where he auto-tuned.
Hella bad.
I could have
Oh
done.
my
I could have
God,
done
bro,
without that.
it's so
I could have done without
Bro,
that.
That's what I'm saying. Like as a whole, so far, God just probably wasn't for me.
I wasn't the biggest fan of the Calm either. The one with
Calm?
the song with the dream. I wasn't the biggest fan of that.
Mm.
My favorite songs though were "A Night Out." Besides like "Best I Ever Had" and
Is the night out? The one?
besides like the hits,
Yeah.
my favorites were "Uptown," "A Little Bit," "Bria's Interlude," "Brand New," and "A Night Off" and "Say You Will."
A night off was hella good.
So like most of the album I really liked. Besides those three songs,
you like Say You Will?
yeah,
It's
I
something
liked
about
it.
Say You Will that I don't like.
You really have to be in the mood, I think, for
Is
So
Say
Far
You Will
Gone.
the one that Kanye made a song off that too? That beat?
Mm-hmm. I thought Drake killed
I
it.
think it's the beat in general that I don't really.
Yeah, the
It's
beat.
just so slow and.
The beat you gotta get used to,
It's like,
but
boom, tch,
but I thought he wrote it. I thought he wrote it good, and I thought he killed it.
I don't know. I don't know. So Far Gone just probably wasn't for
Wasn't
me.
for it, yeah.
I
Would
feel it,
would
like,
you
too
rate
much.
it? What do you rate it?
Damn, don't be disappointed, but probably like a 6.
Damn.
I only like 5 songs
6?
off it. How many? It was a lot of
feel
songs
it.
too, wasn't it?
Nah, it was like
18?
less
Something
than
like that?
15. Nah, less than 15.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Double check that.
Cause I liked 6 and I didn't like 3, and then there's like 2. It was like 12. Like 12.
18 songs, bro. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright.
And if I only
Alright.
like 5 off of it, like
Well, when I say I like one of these songs, especially when we go through these, it's like stuff that I'll put on a playlist, things I'll go back
that's
to
fine, yeah.
for sure.
But I'm saying,
100%.
but if we're talking about the album as a whole, how many songs you like?
Well, that's what I mean. It's different because I'm not putting whole albums on a playlist or on. Like,
yeah, if you're
my
only picking
everyday.
and
Yeah,
choosing,
that's what I
yeah.
mean.
But how many songs do you like off the album?
6.
So 6
Like
out of 18.
six that I'll always
6
go
out of
back
18
to.
ain't that bad for you. Then.
Yeah, like
That's half.
I give it an 8.
That's 50%.
I give it an 8.
6. Oh, no, the 6.5 to be nice.
I give it an 8.
It wasn't for me. Really slow pace, bro. Like, no.
He grew from it though,
He grew from it
Yeah.
for sure. You could hear the potential.
and that's why I like "Thank Me Later."
Thank Me Later was
yeah.
literally like a step up, like a little step up from So Far Gone. Like it was like perfect.
Like to me. Oh, we're on "Thank Me Later"
Thank
now.
Me Later, yeah.
But for me, "Thank Me Later" was pretty. So Far Gone was like the seed. "Thank Me Later" was the flower for sure.
The little tree that
Yeah,
grew.
a little tree that grew. Cause like he was super polished. All the features were
The mixing
were
sounded better. Everything
mixing was
like,
better. Yeah, And it does sound.
He
super
seemed like he had
similar.
more confidence in his voice, also
Yeah,
rapping wise.
even his bars got better.
Yeah, his bars got way better.
And like when I
But
was
again, this album just wasn't that for me.
wasn't all that.
I can't, bro, because I started listening to Drake after Take Care. Anything after Take Care, I've listened.
Damn.
I wasn't like a early Drake art. Well, I guess I don't know.
I feel it. When I was listening to Thank Me Later again, I kept hearing like production and music, and I was like, if Aaliyah was still alive and he had features with her, it would go crazy. Because there were so many parts where I was like, she would have killed it. She would vibe all over it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Thank Me Later. He started rapping more on that one or no?
A little bit more.
Right,
Yeah. Like he has a song with Nicki where they go in a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought it was the perfect dose of rap Drake and singing Drake.
Yeah.
Because So Far Gone was very like,
it was a little too much
yeah,
singing
little,
Drake.
like,
He had his moments though rapping, but
mm-hmm.
Thank Me Later was like a good mix.
And then
was Thank Me Later the one that they made a commercial off of him with the Sprite?
Yeah.
And then he opens up and everything. He's like, last name ever, first name greatest. I was like, oh shit.
No? Yeah, that was Thank Me Later.
I was like, oh shit.
I think I totally hear Kanye's influence in 40's production.
On Thank Me Later?
Yeah. For a lot more.
Kanye's influence?
Yeah. Kanye's production influence at least on 40.
On 40?
On 40, yeah.
40
not in Drake. I don't really hear Kanye in Drake. I don't hear
the production. I see what you mean.
Production wise, yeah.
For sure.
What do you think about that Hove Light Up, the song with Hove?
I don't like that song, honestly.
Really? Yeah, I didn't like the song, but who buddied who? Who do you give it to?
Probably Jay.
Yeah, I give it to Jay. Just a little bit.
Can't not give it to Jay. I mean, it's Ricky Drake against like
Nah, you
a seasoned
you a hater.
A seasoned Jay-Z. A seasoned Hove.
I think Wayne redeemed himself for sure.
On Thank Me Later for sure, bro. And he wasn't. How many songs was he on? Just one?
Yeah, like one or two.
Yeah, I think he was on So Far Gone a little too much.
I think that's just not his sound.
So Far Gone.
Yeah.
Too slow, right?
No, I just think for Wayne. I just don't think like the beat, slow, right? The sound just wasn't for Wayne when he was trying to, because like he was trying to co-sign him. You know, trying to like, if you read Wayne featured, yeah, you're gonna click on it.
Yeah. So,
but yeah.
Yes, So Far Gone was a little too slow for Wayne's.
You got any least favorite tracks?
On Thank Me Later?
Yeah. A lot of them, bro. Really? I think my biggest one was Shut It Down. Actually, never mind. Shut It Down is the one with The Dream that I was talking about. The Calm is a different song. Yeah, so Shut It Down, Dream kills it for me. And CC's Interlude. He really didn't like CC as much as he liked Bria.
As much as he liked Kiki.
I hate you.
No, my favorite songs off Thank Me Later though is Fireworks with Alicia Keys. Over, cause I think that's the one that he rapped his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
The one with Nicki Minaj Up All Night. Show Me a Good Time. Oh, you fancy, huh? That one.
Yeah, fancy too.
Light Up and Thank Me Now.
Right,
so
cool.
Overall, I think this album was way better for me to listen to.
I liked everything you liked in Resistance too.
Yeah.
So what do you rank it? Not rank, but what do you rate it?
Damn, I'd give it like a 8, honestly.
I give it like an 8.5.
This one was definitely I could listen to this one like even now. So Far Gone, I can't, bro. As much as I want to, I can only pick 3 or 4 songs off. That's it. Thank Me Later though, it was good. 8
all right,
for sure.
Let's go on to number 3.
Take Care.
The
GOAT, bro. It's one of those albums I have in my top 10 of the last decade.
What?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the whole thing.
We'll get into that some other day,
bro. Yeah, my top 10 for the decade is pretty many, but that's in there for sure. For sure. As much as I like,
it is a good album.
As much as I make fun of Drake and everything, this album did it for me.
It's for sure was his hardest intro to his date. That was his hardest intro.
I honestly don't think I can say a song that I don't like off the album.
Shot for Me sounds like it could be on Thank Me Later. Shot for Me sounds like it could be on Thank Me Later for sure.
But it's the production, the mixing sounds way better. It sounds so much clearer and everything. Like
the only thing, what I really liked though was, actually, I'll just mention that a little in the next one. But I think Headlines, because Headlines was track 3, I'm pretty sure. But Headlines was, I think, the first little
single?
preview that we got like
single,
this
right?
like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like the first preview of what we're gonna get, like this new Drake we're gonna get.
Right? Yeah, it was Headlines and some other song. I remember he used that font for it, like a dark yellow tint font for Headlines and some other. What was the second one that he dropped as a single? Make Me Proud, I think it was Nicki Minaj.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, there's not one song on this album that I could say like I don't like.
All his features were A1. All his features were
We had
great.
Andre on this.
Yeah. I think what I noticed, at least from this last time I just listened to it, was Drake was always like singing. He was like talking about like his content, content or whatever. But Take Care got like a deeper level.
He got deep, huh?
And I give that credit to The Weeknd.
That's fair.
I think Take Care is The Weeknd's effect.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think hooking up with The Weeknd's like, hey, no, you can go.
And he got in his bag into the singing.
You can simp a little more.
Yeah. And he even had The Weeknd on the track. Cool Love.
I mean, we know their beef. We know their beef they had. We know their beef. We ain't gonna bash them though.
Yeah, but Take Care. That's a 10 out of 10 album for me, bro. Honestly.
How do you feel about the content though? Because when I listened to it again, when I was from So Far Gone, thinking like Take Care, it was some boring content. It's the same thing. 3 albums.
Boring content, but I think a better delivery and definitely better production. So it kind of it doesn't really matter.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everything sounds like way clearer. This sounds like his first professional like album. Like the last two were like kind of a little rookie. This one was like his first, where it was like everything's like great on this. I
think that's where I'll knock Take Care a little bit. It's just the content.
Just the content.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably do a little more. There's probably a little more.
I can live with that though.
So I put it. So when I was listening to it, so tracks 1 through 6 to me was like really started off slow. I have no problem with it starting off slow, yeah. But it was like him just saying like goodbye to like some chick or something. And then 7 through 10, he out doing his thing, partying. Like that's where he turned up a little bit.
Underground Kings.
He was turned up a little bit. Yeah, he's doing his thing. And then 11 to 17, he just starts missing her again.
Yeah,
he gets back on his.
It was weird. I feel like they could have mixed it better. Like could have put 7 through 9. You said.
7 through 10, yeah.
7 through 10. I feel like they could have mixed a couple songs like in the beginning. Also, it just felt a little weird. Cause you're right. It does go to turn up and then goes back.
And that's what I think. And I don't know if he did that purposely. Like,
but it finishes strong as.
It does.
The motto, bro. Hell yeah, right. Come on now, bro. Yeah, don't play, bro. He finished strong.
He ends on a good note. Yeah, he does. He ends on a good note.
It ain't about how you start, it's about how you finish.
All right. So I think besides the content, like the music's there. Music for sure. There's not the I think my least favorite track was "Make Me Proud." I'm not the biggest fan of "Make Me Proud," but
Nicki kind of went hard on that though.
Yeah, like I'm just not the biggest fan of the song. But besides that, I don't know. I don't know. He's not aggressive at all. Like he's not like.
But he's not
in my face. Like trying
to
some shit.
And no, I don't want to say.
I feel like I wanted more energy for sure.
Hell yeah,
a lot more energy.
In the motto, we're the only two. Yeah, I'll give you that. Where he was like aggressive.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, Lord knows. That was the only song. Yeah, with Rick Ross. Like that was the only song where I got like, about it shit, and then he just went back to singing, being sad. Like it's an R&B album to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
For someone who's a rap artist.
But his past
it is weird.
But his past 2 albums were kind of like, damn, I don't want to say R&B. So Far Gone was pretty R&B.
No, they weren't R&B.
So Far Gone was pretty R&B though.
Like he changed it. Like he changed the sound.
Thank Me Later.
He changed the sound of hip hop and rap. Like,
okay, how about this? So Far Gone was R&B. Thank Me Later was more rap. Take Care was like a mixture of both. Is that fair to say?
I mean,
so that's pretty good.
I think Thank Me Later was more mixed than Take Care was.
But they were both kind of a mix-ish, right?
Yeah, they were both a little mixed, but Thank Me Later for sure had
Take
more.
He
was for sure.
Take Care was just better. The better album.
Yeah.
Than Thank Me Later.
What do you rank? I would rate it. 10. You hit 10.
Yep.
I give it a 9. I might just be picky. I just give it 9.
You talking about content?
You ready? Yeah. You ready for Nothing Was the Same?
Nothing was. God, I want to put my side profile like this. Put some clouds behind me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing Was the Same.
Tuscan Letters is his hardest intro.
I just heard that song yesterday when you played it.
It's his hardest intro. I don't care.
Is that the one that started from the bottom and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing Was the Same was pretty solid, bro. I liked it. It was pretty weird.
He started the album hard as fuck.
Bro, we talking about Wu-Tang Forever. Started from the bottom. There's some.
And then he even has songs like Own It that sound like they could be on Take Care. Like he gives you what Take Care didn't give you. He gives you Nothing Was the Same. He's just rapping his ass off, and he still gives you the sad music. He still gives you his singing, but he's still talking shit. And his bars are there.
I feel it. I think Nothing Was the Same and Take Care. Both of those.
His content changed.
It got better. Yeah.
Like
I think both of those are like A1, AB type. I think those are his two best like bodies of work overall.
That's why I put That's why I like Nothing Was the Same more than
Yeah,
Take Care.
you, bro. I think I would probably like Nothing Was the Same also, but I think Take Care did more for me.
I think the two worst songs for me from Nothing Was the Same was The Language and 305 to My City.
I didn't like The Language either.
Maybe.
Don't think about it.
No, that's not it.
That's not it?
That's too much.
Too much? No, but I'm just saying.
You don't like Too Much?
No, I love it.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Who won the second Drake versus Hove?
Oh, Jay for sure. I like Jay's way better.
I like Jay's verse a lot more.
Jay's was nice, bro. It was smooth. That's Pound Cake, right?
Mm-hmm. So 2-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, for sure. All Me, bro. That All Me track, they got hella radio play too. Came on, that's All Me. That's all.
And he had all the hits, everything.
Hella hits on that
That's
one.
what I'm saying.
Sorry from the bottom with
Nothing Was the Same had everything.
Pound Cake did hella crazy too. I remember when Pound Cake was out. Hella people were remixing that shit. Oh yeah, hold on, we're going home too. And From Time?
Yeah, see?
Oh damn, hold up.
I'm telling you, Nothing Was the Same. I don't know why it gets overlooked.
Because it gets overlooked by Take Care, honestly. It always gets overlooked. Because Take Care, they say is Drake's like best. Because that was like also his first coming out ish.
Nothing. Yeah,
everything about Take Care was just so good to me. The cover art. She was sitting lounged up with the robe.
I think the only thing for me that would have made Nothing Was the Same better was maybe add a little bit more singing. But I'm not tripping off of what it was.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. Actually,
what do you rate it?
Put some respect on Nothing Was the Same. I'll give it like a 9.5, honestly.
Yeah, give it a.
I'll give it right up there with Take Care. Damn.
I give it a 9.5.
It ain't in my top 10 of the decade, but Take Care is. I'm just saying it. I'll throw that out there.
All right. What about if you're reading it? If you're reading
this,
it's too late.
Long ass title.
Quentin.
For no reason.
Quentin Miller.
No reason.
Quentin. It really is a long ass title for no reason.
Hell, for no reason. And it's hella like I feel like Drake drew himself. Look at it. Look at the cover art. Like I feel like he was just like he's gone off the goose. I
think this is when he started trying to drop his albums to get off the label.
This was the one. Yeah, this is the one that they said. Yeah,
I think this is what he started.
That's why even the album, everything just felt kind of rushed about this one, but it actually came out pretty decent. I feel like these were just tracks that he had. I feel like a majority of the tracks were stuff that he already had, and then like some of them he just added. But yeah, this was the album that people were saying like. People started to take notice of Drake's contract, and they're like, "Oh, he only has like 2 more albums."
Not even that. I mean, I don't know if it was because like I wasn't really keeping up with artists like that, like with contracts and like knowing industry stuff like that. But I do remember some talk about it.
Yeah, I remember some talk about them saying like this was.
I thought his intro was nice. I thought Legend was a really good song.
1 through 5 is amazing. Legend, Energy, 10 Bands, Know Yourself, and No Telling.
That was aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, and then 6 God, and then I kind of skip over like 8 through 10, like Star 67 through Wednesday Night Interlude. That's kind of.
I mean, to me, this whole album was just really catchy beats and songs and hooks.
Yeah, it was good though. It wasn't bad.
It's just hard to listen to it going from Take Care. Nothing Was the Same. Like I didn't get catchy at all. Like I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that about Take Care. I wouldn't say that about Nothing Was the Same. I wouldn't say it was catchy and that he was writing the beats. Like the production carried the project.
Was this the one where they said he, the Ghostwriter?
That's why I said Quentin.
It is this one, huh? This album.
There's even songs on here where I'm like,
yeah, because Drake was rapping.
This don't sound like Drake.
Was rapping his ass off on this one, like on the banging ass beats, and I was like, hold up. I was like, where does little Drake come from? I was like, yeah, this was the one, Quentin Miller, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The production in this one just carries it.
The only slow song, or I don't want to say slow, but the only song that gave me like Take Care vibes was Jungle. Jungle,
yeah.
The sad ass.
I also think I feel like this might have been the project he was overthinking a lot.
Probably. Yeah, I'm saying, I think the contract came.
Going from Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. Like that's gonna be hard to top in general, because like, people are gonna want Take Care vibes. Yeah. And people are gonna want you rapping like Nothing Was the Same.
And he ended up giving more rapping than.
Oh, for sure.
Way more rapping. And
I mean, he gives us jungle.
His beats were way different too. Like they were way more like aggressive. Like 6 God, bro, the little and then 6 men like blue.
Like my first songs were Jungle, Preach, and then the 2 songs of Party, and 6 p.m. in New York.
Yeah.
So 6 p.m. in New York is always gonna be.
Some Some slow
Oh, I
vibes.
forgot. What was that tweet? It was just like Drake dropping any song with either a city or number or a
Right,
time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fire. It's true.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Company sounded forced. The one with Travis to me.
Yeah.
It sounded like because it was right after Travis blew up a little bit. I want to say, or Travis started making some noise. Or it might
Yeah.
have been after Yeezus.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it was right after you.
And I think it just sounded forced to me. I call the album weak, just because it was really just catchy. It wasn't
weak because
It was catchy though. That's what I mean. Like the reason.
But yeah, how many? But you
for it being weak to me, it isn't calling it a trash album. It's just saying that it ain't
the whole body of work.
It ain't.
Weak.
It ain't Drake. Drake could have done better.
But you liked like a lot of songs off the album at least.
You
just thought it was.
I don't really go back.
But you just,
I like the songs. Yeah, I like the songs. I just thought like the lyrics weren't there. Yeah. The production was there.
Production was way up.
But like I don't know. It just seemed like he was overthinking it a lot.
It just seemed like it was kind of rushed. The album
seemed a little rushed, a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm still giving it. What you gonna give it as rating?
My least favorite from it was No Telling. That was the worst song to it to me.
You didn't like it?
Nah,
I like that one.
But I like the songs the B-sides that he was dropping around that same time. Like remember that song with the Johnny Manziel cover?
No.
It was on
Johnny
SoundCloud.
Manziel.
Yeah.
The football player?
Yeah.
What the?
He used it as like a cover art.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, he dropped like B-sides that are hella good around it, but yeah, I mean, I'd rate it a 7. Because it still is it's not a it's I mean like it's not a trash album. Damn, it's a catchy album.
You know what, I think I might have to give it an 8. Just because it did have like some slaps on there, like 8 songs I think were slaps out of the whole thing. That's pretty solid for me. But as an album as a whole, yeah, maybe like a 7.5, bro. Maybe putting too much respect on it.
All right, you ready for views? Views.
Him sitting on top of the little thingy. Like hella slanted. I'm gonna edit one right here and put one on my shoulder.
What do you think about it? What did you think about it when it first dropped?
I didn't. This around this time is when I started to hate Drake.
Really?
When you started seeing like the fangirls just obsessing over everything that Drake dropped when it was kind of like mediocre. This was the album that was kind of getting into. Like,
are you sure it was this one? Because
this one and More Life. More Life was at its peak. I know More Life was the one that
I was gonna say I don't think it was this one because he dropped. What was it? This is the one with Hotline Bling.
It was this one, bro. Come on.
Let me see it. You have the track list?
Yeah.
Because this one had Hotline Bling. No, go all the way down. This was the one with Hotline Bling, and he had
Pop Style and Child's Play.
In one dance. Yeah, see,
and Controller.
This was not.
But this is the one where he started grabbing like the fangirls for real. Like.
The mainstream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Control.
Oh yeah. This is for sure his most mainstream album. It was a really good album though.
It was good.
To me, the year. Do you know what year it dropped? 16, I want to say. I know I was in high school. 16.
16, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it came out 2016. And I remember it had like the best cut in 2016 to me, cause 3 through 16, besides Grammys with Future, it was
amazing
all the way through. It was all the way through. But then after that, you know, like I didn't get on the hype of Fire and Desire. That's just me though. I didn't get on the hype.
Summer's Over interlude was just kind of like you get lost in the last 4 songs. Besides Hotline Bling,
like,
but
even Hotline Bling, like
even Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling was for the time.
Yeah,
like,
it was cool at the time. I can't go back and listen to it.
It wasn't a bad song though. It's not to hit. But yeah, I think 9 and Grammys is my least favorite from that album.
Damn. Grammys, I love Grammys, actually.
What I do like about Views though is he doesn't have a Houston. He has his own sound now.
This one
he like this
Drake,
is Drake.
Straight up Drake.
This is Drake. Even Take Care too. That's Drake.
Yeah, you're right.
Something nothing. Yeah, like
I don't. Like I said,
he broke away a little bit.
I didn't pay attention to Views when it came out at all. I had to go back and listen to it like a year later once the hype died down. So I was on that hate shit. I was like, Drake.
What do you rate it?
7.5. Damn. Because I'm telling you, I was hating on it, bro. And like,
I give it a 9.
Damn. What the?
That's a lot of songs. 3 through 16. One of them being a bad song. That's about about 12 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.5. 7.5 for me.
Give it a 9.
Damn near 8, but like 7.5 just because I don't want to give him an 8 just for nothing.
All right, let's go on to
More Life.
the playlist. How we talking about this? Is
Wait,
it a
but
playlist?
why did he call
Is
it a playlist? I don't understand. I never understood that.
I think I don't even know. I just remember you just tried calling it a playlist.
Some weird shit.
Like,
I like More Life, bro. More Life.
Are we looking at More Life as an album, or
Doesn't matter.
to me it does, or at least when I was listening to it, because it's his most experimental.
Yeah, he did some.
It's his most experimental album, and that's what I mean. That's when even when we're talking about mixtapes, like I'm okay
People do
if you drop it as a mixtape and you're trying to experiment.
Yeah, because that's what. Yeah,
but his dumbass said playlist. So. type of dumb shit.
Trying to be different, bro.
Yeah. Like to me, the album starts off weak. His interlude with Georgia was really good. I liked it.
I never realized that was Georgia until recently.
Like I didn't realize until I started listening to Georgia.
I started listening to Georgia, and then I went back to this album, and I was like, "Wait, he had Georgia on this like from way back."
That's what Jada's about. We'll talk about that. Some gossip, but yeah. I'm not a fan of Drake doing trap. This is when he was trying to get into trap.
Was it?
Trying to get into grime. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But wasn't this one the one that he had his like little Caribbean?
Yeah, that too.
Caribbean
he had his Caribbean too. That's what I mean. Like, his try to do too much.
What was that one song?
He tried to do too much, and that's what I mean. Like, are we gonna look at it as a playlist?
Passion
or
Fruit. Yeah.
I like Passion Fruit though.
No, Passion Fruit.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, are we looking at this as a playlist, or does it really fall as an album?
He was really experimental, so I want to say
like he's just doing too much. He was doing a lot.
It was too much, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Too much mixed into one.
And he had
playlist.
He also did. To me, he was really lazy with the lyrics.
They weren't. It was this one where he had that terrible lyric. He said something got changed like Channing Tatum or something. But oh my god, bro! I heard that, shit, bro. I had to pause the song. I was like, I went back. I was like, he really just said like, bro, that shit was trash, hot trash. He got rid of Quentin and went.
That's what everyone's getting on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right after that.
Yeah, because he wasn't
even in views, because he had some bars and views that were questionable.
Like sus. Yeah, there's like, bro, what are you doing, fool?
I think No Long Talk is for sure the worst song to me. My least favorite.
It was just one that was just out of place out of the whole playlist.
I really like 13 to 22 besides Ice Melts. So
that's solid.
He has a couple songs on here. Lose You sounds like some old Drake. Sounds like some Take Care.
Take Care.
Nothing was the same. Like sounds like some real Drake.
Galchester.
Yeah, I mean, I give it. What do you give it? Or I have 2 ratings for it, depending on how we're gonna look at it.
Album or playlist?
Yeah.
What are you giving it as an album?
Probably give it a 6.
As an album, I'm giving it like a 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6 as an album.
As a playlist, though, if he wants to call it a playlist, that's what we're calling it.
I'll give him a 7.
I'll bump it up to a 7.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7 if he calls it. If we're gonna look at it as a playlist.
It's not even that it had bad songs on it, because the songs were pretty good, but everything was just so mashed up, which is why I think he calls it a playlist, because he didn't really put it in any order. There was no vibe to the whole thing as a whole. Yeah, as a whole. Like Take Care's vibe is like the R&B. Like this was like weird as Caribbean music, trap music. Yeah, what are you doing, bro? Like weak ass bars talking about Channing Tatum. Like no, that wasn't it for me. Yeah, 5 and 7, bro.
All right, let's go to the most recent.
The most
Scorpion.
A side, B side.
The double album.
Scorpion.
The certified classic, because it's gonna be a double. Because it's a double album. I think my expectations were way too high for this.
He hyped it up too much.
You don't drop a double album. You don't drop a double album if it ain't gonna be no All Eyes on Me.
Bro, he thought he was about to talk for real.
It ain't gonna be no. You don't do that.
As soon as I seen that it was gonna be a double side, I was like, oh no, bro.
I got juiced. I was juiced. I was like, hey, he might be back on his.
Double sides are risky, bro. Double sides, you gotta be perfect damn near. Pox was perfect, bro. Who was the double?
Biggie, I think Biggie had a double side.
Biggie had
or he had a 2 disc. I know that because I have it.
Yeah, it still counts as double side though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he had a 2 disc.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a couple other ones like.
You
need to drop a classic.
This was the one where he needed to be perfect on for me to be able to say.
I believed in him though.
Yeah, bro.
Even though I did hate it, just like you, I didn't like him during Views or More Life.
Yeah, that's when I started getting sick.
Like that's when I started just getting. Cause I was a Drake fan. Yeah, I was a Drake fan from So Far Gone to Nothing Was the Same, and then he just started getting lower. Yeah, I'm just like, all right, but I did believe in him. He started off good. Survival. He started off the album good. Survival was good.
It got wild. No, I want to say B side was weak for me.
Yeah, I remember you telling me B side was weak.
A side was like
A side
was the rapping side, right?
A side I liked somewhat. There's a couple songs I didn't like from it. There's a lot of songs on the A side where I don't know, he's just writing production again. Like production's carrying him.
It's weird, bro.
And I don't.
It was a weird album.
Really.
I feel like he could have done it separate. I feel like he could have put out 2 albums.
Yeah,
with
for sure.
each, you know, he could put out A sides like as an album and B side as an album.
What about?
It was really stupid.
What about Talk Up, the one with Jay? It's kind of whack. The song Talk Up.
It's called Taco.
Talk Up.
I thought you said taco. I was like, there ain't no song on there called taco. Over here creating taco. That was nah. Jay bodied him again. That's 3-0.
Really?
Yeah.
That song was alright.
People hyped it up just because Jay was on.
Him and Drake and Jay. I'm glad they got beef. They don't need to be making music no more.
They don't have beef.
Yeah, remember?
But they had it back then. Like Scorpion was recent.
They still got it.
Then why would they?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they cleared it up.
Yeah.
I forgot when it was. I forgot what album it was. No, it was when he dropped Magna Carta that Drake put out like a song after. He was like, all you talking about is paintings. Like,
what
Drake,
about,
shut your ass up.
I think Nonstop is one of those songs where it's just the beat.
Yeah, but it was a hard ass beat though. Drake bodied that like for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Nah,
like, I like the beat more than like Drake.
But he still bodied that motherfucker. I think anybody. I think it's one of those beats that you could throw on anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
like
Drake,
like in the side A at least, the rapping side. But Drake it's just production.
Drake brought that maniac little flow that he brought. He's like where he whispers like in the back. He's like,
oh yeah.
What
are you talking about?
I was like, damn. I was like, this boy's spazzing, bro.
The song "Can't Take a Joke" is hella funny to me.
Which one's that one?
It's on it's on side A.
What's it about?
His friends that like some friends that just got get butthurt. Can't take a joke. But the homies and like they just split.
Yeah, how you feel about In My Feelings?
Which one is
the
that?
Kiki one.
Kiki. That's a hit.
I don't like it.
That's
anymore.
a hit.
Do you listen to it? I cannot.
I don't listen to it.
I listen
like
to that shit, I get irritated, bro. I feel like throwing my phone at the wall.
That's because you wanted Kiki.
Shut your ass up.
Also, the other thing I noticed, Scorpion just sounds like a more polished Views. And since Views isn't really nothing like Take Care, nothing was the same, or like older Drake, he improved from Views. But
shouldn't have done the double disc.
But even besides that, besides the expectation,
I feel like I would have been able to be more. I feel like I would have been able to think it was like more better if it dropped as 2 separate albums, but he dropped a double side on me. So now my mentality is like, you're not Pac. Like,
it's gonna go hard. It has to.
My mentality like changed, like insane. Like when he said it was gonna be double sided, I was like, I'm expecting every single song of his album to be perfect then, and he couldn't do it.
I
think he should have waited.
Why didn't you like the second part? Why didn't you like side B?
It was too slow.
You just don't like slow music.
No, I do like slow music, but it's like for Drake, like he was in his bag on that A side, and then all of a sudden, that's what I'm saying. I would have, bro. If you would have dropped it as 2 separate albums, I would have loved it, bro. Because we got rapping album, and then we have like.
I think maybe if you would have made it shorter and put them together.
Made it shorter, right?
Yeah,
25
put them
tracks.
together.
Yeah. And
I don't think Drake has even been able to like figure out the right combination. I think that's why he has Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, so different. Like he has Take Care that's very R&B. Like very slow singing. Nothing was the same. A lot more rapping. I don't think he knows how to put those two together on one album. Because
imagine this. Imagine if Take Care and Nothing Was the Same was a double sided.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be whack though, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of whack. Cause why are you mixing those two together? Just drop them as separate albums like that. Exactly. I just proved my own goddamn point. Come on, bro.
Nah, he'd have to take out the slow songs from Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah, but still.
He'd have to take some.
But still, like, it would have worked. It works better that way. Like he showed it. Like he tried to do double sided. Like, don't do this.
Yeah, even All Eyes on Me wasn't mixed like that. He didn't try to separate the sound in each side.
Sound was all the way through, right?
Because he wanted people to listen to it as it was 2 different albums.
Yeah. And that's all you got to do. It as this fool try to make it as one side is this, one side is this. Like, nah, bro. But I like Final Fantasy on B side.
The reason I like B side was it just left me wanting more.
More.
Well, yeah, with side A, it didn't do that for me. Side A didn't. I was like, all right.
I understand that.
I was like, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
but with side A, there's only like 2 or 3 songs that I like. That's not bad. Out of 11, 12.
Yeah, that's solid.
It's not bad.
That's solid.
I think there's only Summer Games wasn't my thing.
Oh,
Ratchet Happy Birthday.
I liked that at first, but I was like, Finesse.
I'm upset. I'm not the biggest fan.
Bro, I don't know why everybody made
I'm
that.
upset.
Yeah, bro, I hated that whole song.
I hated when he dropped it. I was like, bro, no.
Yeah, I was like, what is it? And hella people liked it. For
Hella
some
people
reason.
liked it because the beat, bro.
The beat was kind of weak though. It
Kinda.
had like a little wing wing like in the back. He was like, I'm upset. I was like,
Some of my favorites though was 8 out of 10, Sandra's Rose, Jaded
like Sandra's
Finesse,
Rose.
Don't
Sandra's
Matter.
Rose is
Yeah,
nice,
like he has a lot of songs. I
Final
like
Fantasy is
on
my favorite song on the B side. Little acoustic, not guitar. It's the harp, I think it was. I like that. It sounded nice.
What about
Good touch to his
what do you
voice.
rate it?
Damn, Scorpion. What am I rating you? I'm gonna give my rating to both sides.
Oh, you gonna break it up?
each, but then I'm gonna give my overall rating.
All right.
Because A side, I would definitely give it like an 8 or 8.5. B side, B side's good. It's just I don't feel like if it without B side, I would give it like a 7.5 or 8. As a whole, if we're the double sided and you think you the go shit, I have to give it like a 7. Damn, because it was just
Slower than I did.
weird, bro. But you see how
If I
my
was,
my
if I was to
separate
grade
is
side
pretty
A,
good, yeah.
I'd give it an 8, just because it is catchy, but it also does have some bars in there. The production's there.
Yeah, production there for sure.
Side A, side B, I'd give a 9. Overall, I'd give it 8.5 or 9.
Yeah, no.
Think, yeah.
7.5 did it for me as a whole. Yeah, telling you, bro.
You could have done some minor adjustments. Could have been a good album.
I'm still like pissed that he did double sided, bro. Like that's what makes me more angry than anything. Like,
So we have 8 Drake albums. What's next? What are we expecting?
you think he won't drop 8 more? You
Nah,
think he'll drop 8 more on us?
I don't know.
How long has he been on a run? He's been on a run ever since Take Care. Is that fair to say?
I don't even say he's on a run.
But you gonna say he's not like one of the top 3 most dominant rappers? Come on, bro.
Nah.
What you mean? Bro.
Because like Drake, all right, to compare Drake to these other rappers, you
Who are
can't
we
really.
comparing
You
him
can only compare him to Cole, Kendrick, because they have a big enough
What about
fan base
Kanye?
that can
What about
come.
Kanye?
And Kanye.
Yeah.
And Kanye.
Okay.
Even Jay, I'll throw Jay-Z in there, but Jay-Z's old. He's
Can we throw J.
Just
Cole
chill.
and Kendrick in there though?
Yeah, they have a big enough fan base. Their fan bases can compete. I'm talking about people that can compete with Drake's fan base.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay,
what I'm
that's
saying.
fair.
Because if we're talking about bars, I'll throw Crit in there. I'll throw a couple other people in there.
Yeah, no, their fan base isn't.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
But
right, you're right,
fan,
you're right.
but if we're talking about like,
Yeah,
if we're
I
gonna
see-
compare
see
him
what
to
you're saying.
all rappers in general, then we have to look at Drake as like we have to look at him in like a smaller lens
Okay.
because we can't look at Drake because we know he has his hits and we know his numbers.
Okay.
But if we're talking about a rapper, like I can't compare him to a Crit, Big Crit.
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know if I could compare him to Cole or Kendrick. Only because.
I'm not comparing them on skill or music that they
No,
put.
no, I know. The fan base, right?
Mhm,
Yeah, that's fine.
just
But I'm
fan base.
just saying because of how much he has 8 albums. Kendrick only has 3, right?
All right, wait, no. He has 7. He has a mixtape. But yeah.
So far gone.
Yeah, So Far Gone's a mixtape.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Ooh, damn, that kind of makes it. No, I don't know. Cause Kendrick only has
Kendrick
3
has 4.
albums.
Kendrick has 3 plus Section 80.
J. Cole. How many does he have?
No, Section 80 is an album.
Section 8.
An album.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
4?
TD. Yeah, so he has 4.
Okay.
Cole has 1,
4,
2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
KOD, the one with Love Yours, 2014.
Okay, but Drake, I feel like
The one he competed with Kanye,
Drake's
and
fan
then
base is-
the college one.
Drake's fan base is probably way bigger than J. Cole's, honestly.
I don't think so.
Dude.
I think J. Cole has
Bro, you know
a
how
tighter
mu-
fan base.
But you know how much people be hating on J. Cole.
I think
hella
his fan
people,
base. I think J. Cole is guaranteed
Like-
double
like-
platinum just because of his fan base.
J. Cole and
Just
Kendrick,
of his inner.
J. Cole and Kendrick probably Daniel got the same.
I think
fan
Cole
base,
has. I
honestly.
think Cole has a tighter fan
a
base
tighter
than
fan
Kendrick.
base, but
than
not
Kendrick.
bigger. Because it's different.
I
You know
put
what I'm
more
saying?
power into the tighter fan base. For sure.
I mean, but it also it backs up the facts is he did get double platinum no features like twice.
I'm not getting into that.
Why? Well, what the?
It's not. It doesn't. That's
Bro, let's not get into that because that's not even
yeah.
part of
It's like I'm trying to stay on Drake.
Um,
But as I was saying, like
the only other person I'll compare Drake with, like head to head, is Kanye, because Kanye has as many like Daniel has many albums or more, and he has like a huge fan base.
I take Kanye over. Yeah, Kanye over Drake.
Yeah,
Kanye was a lot
no,
more.
I'm picking Kanye over Drake.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm saying like those two, I think they've been the most dominant in the past like decade. I know Kendrick's coming along. Kendrick is really dominant, but like Kendrick give me like 1 or 2 more good albums. He's
I can't call Drake dominant after. I'll give Drake 3 years. I'll give him Take Care. Nothing was the same. If you're reading this too late. I don't think Views, More Life, or Scorpion did what he thought they would do. And that's me taking numbers out of it.
That's fair.
Like, I'll give him some numbers, but that's me taking.
So you gave him a 3-peat though, right? Take Care if you're reading this.
Do you give him a 3-peat? What do you mean a 3-peat?
A 3-peat, like 3 solid ass albums.
Just 3 solid. Oh yeah.
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 Okay, well, that's fair.
I was just comparing that 3-peat to Kanye's.
Kanye got a Maniac 3-peat.
That's what I mean. Kanye might have a classic 3-peat. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like, how are we talking about 3-peats?
Like, damn, how many classics Drake got though?
I'd give him.
I'm giving them 2, but I'm not gonna tell you which ones yet. I know you know one of them.
Let's.
I'm giving them 2 though for sure.
What qualifies as a classic?
Are we? Well, it depends. Are we?
Because Take Care is missing things.
You're tripping if you don't call that a classic.
Chill.
Swear to God, you're tripping.
Chill.
I swear to God, like
for me, it's either Drake doesn't have a classic, or he has one. If I want to be nice, I'll give him 2. But
yeah, if I want to be nice, I'll give him 2. But he has one.
I could see Take Care just being. I feel like people just think Take Care. People are just stuck into the nostalgia of Take Care.
Bro, it was such a good album.
That's just me.
It was such a good album. It was like one of those albums of the decade. Like,
dude, I don't know.
No, that one, no, bro. You're talking about.
I think it was just a really amazing album. Bro, was it innovative? Was it anything new? Was it?
I mean, I don't know. It was kind of different for a rapper to be singing as much as he was on it. That was kind of the thing to talk about it.
Okay, so I'll give him that. He changed it.
Right?
He changed rap a little bit because now we have people like Black and like who's that other guy?
Slack. 6 Slack. I was just thinking.
Even Bryson. Even though Bryson sounds a little different, but he raps and he sings.
See what I'm saying though? Yeah.
We have like Tory. Like,
so that was like that with that.
I think my problem is take the kind of artist Take Care made compared to the kind of artist that Kanye's albums made. You get what I mean?
I feel like
do you get what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you mean, but like going to it more, so I kind of know.
So Kanye, you would say, made the Lupes, made the the Kendricks, made like a couple other artists, made the Chances, made. Okay. Then you compare what Take Care did with the Brysons, the Black, the Tory, they just
The Weeknd. What? I'm playing. Party?
Yeah, like
with
party
in there too.
Yeah, like
that's fair.
None of them. I think that's my biggest problem with Drake. Yeah, he was.
But he did.
He was innovative. He was a pioneer. Would Take Care.
Pioneer, yeah.
But the people, that's just the ones he inspired, just aren't.
That's not fair.
They aren't up there though.
That's not fair that the people he inspired aren't that good. Like, what the how's that his fault?
Maybe Take Care was better. Is that a thing like that?
Yeah.
Is it?
Because it's like it's not Drake's fault. Like, what the hell? Like, be better, fool. Like, Slack, be better. 6 Slack. It's weird to pronounce that way.
I mean, Kanye does have 808s though.
What are you trying to say?
808s Take Care.
You saying 808s is better than Take Care?
No, I'm just saying 808.
Damn.
But Kanye did have that sound of like let me share my feelings. Like with rapping too.
Who had the more innovative or influential album?
I think I think that's the bigger conversation, is to think how do you compare 2 innovators levels of an innovation?
Through the impact, no?
That's what I mean. Like the kind of
it's
artist.
hard because it's kind of head and head.
That's what I mean. It's head and head, and then only thing I can think of is comparing the artists that came from it.
No,
that's what I mean. Fair, and that's what I mean.
That's fair.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, is that right?
No, that's right. That's though, because it ain't. Yeah. What if it's a trash ass person that comes from?
But they aren't trash. They're just not on the level of like the artists that come from.
But it's also because they're R&B ish. The people who stem from Drake, from Kanye are more on rapping wise, and R&B is like obviously R&B is great. I love R&B, but it doesn't get as much. I want to say hype or play as like rap and hip hop.
I get that.
But it is right there. So that's why though. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good
Trying
point
to-
though.
Nothing was the same as a rap album. I'd call it. I would say that's his closest thing to a classic. I don't think he has a certified classic.
Take Care for sure.
I don't think he has a
10 out of
certified.
10, 11 out of 10, whatever you want to
I think that's what I'm leaving. I don't think he has a certified classic. I think he has 2 albums up for debate. And I think because nothing Take Care was what year was Take Care? 2012?
2010, I think.
14?
11 maybe.
No, it was before Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, it was like 2011. It was like 2011.
Yeah.
So it hasn't even been 10 years yet.
But it was a pattern.
But it is a debate. I think he has a debate. He has 2
I think he has a classic. I don't know.
I think he has 2 debatable classics.
Debate.
2
He got a
debatable
classic.
classics.
For me, he got a classic.
I don't know. Marvin's Room doesn't do it like that for me anymore.
What the you
Like,
picking one song out of the whole
a lot
album,
of those songs don't do it for me anymore.
True,
Like,
bro. No, you got a classic for sure. Take Care, and then if I'm being nice, I'll give Nothing Was the Same a classic. But are we giving him? Are we saying classic in his discography alone, or classic in history?
History.
I'll Take Care only then, for sure.
I might need some more time.
Bro, Take Care for sure.
I need to see what it does.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to it in like another
Take
year.
Care is
so.
like 11 out of 10 for me. I'm serious. I'm not even playing.
I don't know, man.
It's amazing.
I got out of that like just the nostalgia of it. I'm just like, nah. A lot of those songs just don't do it no more.
Did everything for me, bro. I was going through a breakup. Shut the f*** up. I'm just kidding, guys.
All right.
That's it.
You got any other questions before we rank these? All right. Let's rank them. What yours looking like from your least favorite to
least favorite to
to the
So
best.
Far Gone. Thank Me Later. Views. More Life. If you're reading this.
Whoa, you put More Life over Views?
Yeah. What? Let me finish. If you're reading this, Scorpion, Nothing Was the Same, and then Take Care. That's my order.
Why More Life over Views?
Neither of those albums I really got into, bro.
Damn. I thought you like Views more, just because it sounds more like Drake.
No, I told you I was kind of hating. Actually, no, you're right. I'm tripping.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what?
Let me put Views over More Life. Yeah.
So what's your top 4?
My top 4 is
Take Care, Nothing Was the Same.
Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, Views, and If You're Reading This.
Alright, I get it. Feel it. Alright, from 8 to 1, I go More Life. If you're reading this, is too late.
More Life was your least favorite, for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
If you're reading this, is too late. So Far Gone. Thank Me Later. Views, Scorpion, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same.
Damn, you're way different than mine. Wow, bro.
Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. Might switch though.
Those could switch anytime.
Scorpion and Views compete, so those two yeah. Scorpion and Views compete for 3rd. Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. Compete for 1st.
I don't know, but overall,
and
Drake's.
And that's what I meant by like before when I said like Scorpion was just a better Views.
I feel that.
And like Nothing Was the Same was just filled the gaps and like the things I wanted from Take Care.
From Take Care.
Yeah.
For you, that's what it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. That's cool. All right, but what are we rating his whole his discography?
His whole discography
as a whole, out of 100. Out of 100.
So I can't call Drake a goat. He's dropped a lot of trash, man.
Out of 100 though.
Out of 100?
Yeah. His whole discography, bro.
Out of 100, I'd give him a good 80. I'll give him an 80. And the reason I don't give him a 90 is because of More Life. Because of If You're Reading This Too Late. Just being too catchy in general.
I'm gonna go ahead and give
and
we'll give him like an 80, 82.
And
I'm gonna throw in.
I give him an 80. Yeah.
Put mine right barely above.
But I think to be in GOAT status, you need a 90. You need at least a 90.
He could still drop like 2 more good albums.
He could. Yeah, he could.
If he were to drop
himself.
like
Damn,
10? Two more like perfect albums, I'll bump it up to like a 90 or 95.
I think Drake gives us 2 more albums. That's it.
For sure.
I think he'll call it.
I think that's it.
I think he'll call it quits after 10.
Yeah.
So you said 82.
Yeah.
So you just want to give him 2 more points.
Give him that little 2 more points. Yeah, just to have 2 more points than you.
All right. All right.
Damn.
We gotta do this again. We should do it with someone else.
For sure. Damn, who should we do next? I kind of want to get into Cuddies, bro.
Stay tuned, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
We done?
Yeah.
All right, for sure.
Hope everyone enjoy this.
Deuce.